Gladys Knight and the Pips with Loving on Next to Nothing. But my love for Tanzania actually has just dwindled badly, man. Because the latest I'm reading over here is that Tanzania has confirmed it shut down access to X due to excessive pornographic content. Is that right now? Now, the country's ICT minister, she goes by the name of Jerry Silla, on Wednesday said, and I quote, "There are rules on what kind of content should be published on social media. X's content policies went against Tanzania's laws. Pornography, content on same-sex relationships is not allowed." Now, it's not just X, even YouTube. If you try to find something and you can't find it, just know it's the government enforcing compliance to protect consumers. Now, you guys remember a couple of days ago, the Tanzania Police Force X handle, it's known as @Tanpol, was compromised and began posting false information such as claims that President Suluhu was dead. Basically, it was hacked, right? Now, that account even held a live broadcast to its over 470,000 followers at the time. Yes, and authorities later regained control of the account. And Walisama, they were pursuing the culprits, but obviously they didn't. I haven't had any news of those culprits being found. Right now, while the hackers have not been revealed, the incident came amid uproar over several East African activists and lawyers were deported and others detained after traveling to that country to observe opposition leader Tundu Lissu's treason trial. So basically, we know the reason that they decided to, shut down X is obviously for security reasons. Because apparently there's some guys who hacked. They've been hacking into several accounts, especially that one for the police force, and I found that so interesting. At the same time, all I can say is it sucks right now being a Tanzanian youth, especially if you're big on social media and that kind of thing. Probably you're producing content, am I just consuming content or whatever, right? Like what country? Like guys, let's be serious. This is the only country that's slowing down the progress of the EAC. Am I right or am I right? Do you know what I mean? Yeah. And I can't wait to see what's going to happen in the Tanzanian elections come October 28th. It's going to be this year, 20th of October 2025, right? Yeah, because it is just like... Okay, first of all, let me just say it, and these are not the views of SpiceFM. I just don't think they're going to be free and fair, to be honest. Yeah, these are those types of regimes that we just don't like, or we just don't... we can't handle, we can't tolerate, especially as Kenyans. I personally can't stand Tanzania with the way they go about their business, especially their government. I can't stand it. Like, it's very, very annoying. Yeah, so I'm looking forward to see what's going to happen in the 2025 elections, and I'm also curious to see how the votes how the conversations online especially are like amongst the youth of Tanzania. Yeah, Cheki Juzi, they were talking about how there's a church that was shut down. Basically, they halted operations because they called out their president, Mama Samia Suluhu, for her abduction manenos. But this thing for abduction is not, it's not just a one-time situation that we had at Tifo Boniface Mwangi. It's an ongoing thing. Yeah. Like, if you try and castigate the government over there or have some opposing opinions, it's going down for you. Right? Yeah, so you can also notice a pattern, especially amongst certain East African countries. Let's just be real. Yeah? Very, very dictatorial tendencies, and we can't handle this. And this is a very, very... it has to be a cause for concern, to citizens of East Africa. Yeah, because there's definitely no progress going on. We keep talking about how Kenya... observes democratic ideals, but do we really? Yeah, do these guys just want to hold on to power forever? These East African leaders, is that the case? It's very sad. It's very sad, especially, and I like what Naila said yesterday, especially based on the fact that Tanzania's leader is a woman. Like, you'd expect her to just do things differently, to be progressive and that kind of thing. But oh well. More stories on cruising the internet this hour. Right now it's 4:31. I'll tell you what's happening on the roads in just a bit. Gladys Knight, Loving on Next to Nothing.
The Spice Drive, getting you where you need to be.